So you have to understand that there are 100 ways to make money from the market.
Mm.
Okay. So there are intraday traders, there are swing traders, there are positional traders, there are growth investors, there are value investors, there are venture capitalists. There are many ways to make money from the market, right? So the market, like I think it was that guy who wrote that famous book, Trading in the Zone, right? So
Right.
it's a very good book about market psychology, and he calls the market a river of opportunity, right? So just like a river where different people can utilize the water in a different way. Some people can use it for drinking. Some people can use it for industrial use. Some people can use it to travel from one place to another using a boat or
Right.
something else. So similarly, the market gives you many, many, many ways to take money out of that river. Now,
Right.
the problem comes like when I studied engineering or when somebody studies medicine or somebody
Mhm.
studies commerce, right? There is a step-by-step course that you go through,
Yeah.
right? So you get the foundations right, and then you go to the next, and then you go to the
Mhm.
next, and then you specialize in something,
Right.
right? But in market, what happens is because there is no proper, course, what people do is people randomly get introduced to the market, right?
Mm.
Through their relatives or neighbors or uncle or friend or somebody, right? So they just get confused, right? And they
Mhm.
try too many different things.
Mhm.
So they will try to become an investor. Forget about the process. They will not know whether they're an investor or a trader. They will
Mhm.
not know, are they looking for growth or are they looking for value? So
Right.
they will really, be totally confused. They'll be
Mhm.
doing too many things. And that is one of the biggest, reasons why investors do not effectively take advantage of the market. Just like religion, whatever religion you belong to, right? You have to choose one path, right?
Correct.
All paths, they may say lead to the same God, right? But you
Right.
have to choose one path, otherwise you'll be utterly confused. So
Right.
similarly, in the market, you have to decide on one path, and one of the main ways in which you can decide on that path is you have to get your time frame right. You have to figure out, I have written about this also. You have
Mhm.
to figure out what time frame am I operating on. That clarity has to come into play,
Clarity. Yes.
right? Clarity about the time frame. Now, am I playing the short term game? Am I playing the medium term game? Am I playing the long term game?
Right.
Right. So first you have to figure that out. In initial years, experimentation is okay, right? Because everybody goes through that. But at some point, unless you decide that, right, because that decision will then define, okay, what type of a strategy are you going to, go ahead and deploy in the market. The
Mhm.
strategy will then define what type of a risk reward are you playing for? What will your gains look like and what will your losses look like? Like for it will decide what type of stocks can you participate in. So once you do that, then it is about the mastery of that process, right? Then it
Yeah.
is about the smaller things, the nuances.
Mhm.
When will the strategy work best? When should I scale up? When should I scale down? The higher order things. But
Right.
the problem is people start from the top. They pick some strategy because somebody said something on Twitter or somebody said something on somewhere on YouTube, and they don't know the foundational aspect of that strategy. Where is it coming from?
Mhm.
What time frame is it working on? One has to get this basic clarity around time frame first.
Mhm.
What time frame am I investing in, or what time frame am I trading in?
Mhm.
Based that will decide your strategy. Your strategy will decide your risk reward or profit and stop loss and all of that. Once you get that, once you freeze that, then you go about mastering the process of executing that strategy, mastering the nuances around that.
Okay.
So broadly, that is the life cycle that an investor has to really understand and incorporate to effectively make money from the market.